The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. Dear everyone, Ripple and XRP had a banner day yesterday thanks to the ongoing Ripple vs SEC litigation. Important developments taking place. But first, I'd want to update you on the status of the CoinDesk. We have a large tweet on x.com, which goes by the name of Twitter, from the CoinDesk. Apparently, in June or July, the UK will release new regulations regarding stable coins, crypto staking exchanges, and custody. This is huge news. Just the evidence XRP needs to explode, the impending arrival of crypto legislation. With social money also entering the crypto realm, this is another evidence that mainstream adoption will occur this year. Now let's turn our attention to the Ripple vs SEC case. Ripple has moved to strike fresh expert materials, while SEC has produced supporting documents for its motions against remedies and entry of final judgment. It appears that we are nearing the conclusion of the case, which implies that final judgment will conclude it. According to Stuart Marotti on x.com, this lawsuit might conclude at any moment. He claims that by April 22, Ripple will have submitted its response to the SEC's penalty requests. The SEC's deadline is May 6. Here are the 6 numbers for your reply. The case is almost over, folks. It might wrap up this month or the month after that. Looking at this from a different angle, we may see that the parties are required to meet and confer on April 23 in order to determine whether portions of the opposition brief and any supporting materials should be redacted. Thus, today's events will be observed. Also on April 24, Ripple has made available, with some redactions, the opposition brief that Bill Morgan, an attorney for Pro-XRP, filed. The ongoing lawsuit might be resolved very, very soon, according to him, as there will be no settlement, but a fine is anticipated. Furthermore, he has determined that a civil penalty of no more than $10 million should be imposed, and that the court should reject the SEC's request for an injunction regarding disgorgement and prejudgment interest. Accordingly, the SEC is requesting a charge of $1 billion, not $2 billion. A $10 million fine is what Ripple is requesting instead. Furthermore, Ripple should see this through after paying a meager $10 million in fines. Thus, we may reduce the amount from $2 billion to $10 million. In a case where Ripple prevailed on major issues, the SEC has requested $2 billion in penalties for legacy institutional sales, which is completely insane and something that BSDL is already discussing. However, there were no allegations or findings of fraud or recklessness. The SEC has specifically requested proof of its continued condemnation of all cryptocurrency within the SEC. So, the SEC's request for a $2 billion fine is absolutely insane. Furthermore, it is obvious that crypto, Ripple, and XRP are targets of the $2 billion penalties. The judge's impartiality in this last step of remedies is something we continue to have faith in. Here we go again, a little fine should show up. We also have new information. In the Debtbox crypto case, a federal judge sanctioned the SEC for making false statements and abusing its power, leading to the resignation of multiple SEC lawyers. Once again, evidence that the SEC is abusing its authority. And they're utilizing it to advance the agendas of the 1% and themselves. So, what's going on? The charge is probably going to be decreased to $10 billion. Additionally, according to their LinkedIn accounts, both Watkins and Wells have only 1.5 years of experience at the SEC. 2 attorneys have resigned, and the SEC will undergo reform in due time. A black swan lurks in the shadows of the cryptocurrency market, and Gary Gensler is finally disappearing, according to Steven. Blockchain technology is the most revolutionary business that has the potential to centralize power, but this case is about more than simply crypto. A complex network of government agencies, banks, and foreign governments are conspiring to dominate blockchain technology. Everybody knows that the lawsuit was just a ploy to divert attention away from XRP, but we have ETHgate and Ethereum Men, which are actually quite centralized and run by a handful of camouflaged whales. And by the way, everyone, April 22 is when it all takes place at the scales of justice. The timeline is spot on once again. The video ends there. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Muchas gracias, depart.